Okay, this is Ken. This is Digital Forensics. The online and the in-class will be doing the same exact material, so I'm going to walk through the syllabus and everything real quick for everybody. And then we can get on to tonight's lecture. Okay, if you log into D2L, you will see multiple classes. Mine will look a little bit different than yours, but mine is, I'm going to log into the Tuesday class, but the other one will be the same. Okay. Course tools, contents. I'm assuming everybody knows where that is. Y'all been on D2L before? Who's never used D2L before? Just James. Okay. Everybody else?
Oh, I got on it yesterday.
Okay. It's not hard to figure out, but I have seen some people who really have no clue. So if you can't find something, please let me know. Call me, come see me. But under course tools is where you can find everything. The Dropbox, the quizzes, and everything. Okay? So under course tools, under content is where I put everything. Now, there's a lot of content on here right now that's not valid. Because every time I teach this class in the classroom, I redo the content. So some of it, like someone emailed me already, said, hey, the email is missing. Yeah, I haven't put up there till today. So you'll notice some of it will change. Okay? So expect the new content up to by class time on Tuesday. Okay? All right, under course files, you will see our syllabus, which is right here. I'm in room 104. It's a test question, by the way. So it's a pretty tough quiz here. Yes, you got. By the way, there's a syllabus quiz. If you haven't figured that out by now, there's a syllabus quiz. I'll show you in a second. But I'm in room 104. There's my phone number. This class meets on Tuesdays. Some people will also be taking it online. There's our book, which is not required. The problem is the book is always outdated. Always outdated. It does have some decent information in it. So if somebody else is paying for your books, like VA or something, get it.
I think they just published a new version last year, but still, I mean, outdated though.
Yeah, there always is. So there's some information in there, but you can complete this class 100% without the book. Okay? We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. Mainly doing a lot of projects, and you're going to learn all this stuff. Okay? You're welcome to read all this. I'm just going to not go through all of it because we have stuff we have to do. You'll notice here, this is the only class where the lab assignments, the lab assignments are worth more than the exams. So 65% of your grade goes on lab assignments. And if there's going to be, I think 12 of them, either 12 or 13. So if you mess up on one or two, it's not going to kill your grade. If you continually mess up, it might hurt you. So watch that. But then you'll have a couple exams. The exams are based on the projects. I ask you a question or two from each project. For instance, a couple of semesters ago, we did a project where the students had to analyze a machine sitting on a desk. The question I asked was, what was in the Coke can? Well, there was no Coke can. But I want to see if people, I had like a password, a sticky note, Coke, and none. And there wasn't, and so many people, I can just tell when people participate in projects. And there's a lot of this stuff that you really need. But if you do the projects, you're going to get 100 on the test. It's that easy. You'll know the answers right off the bat. Everything you do in the projects, like when you break passwords, you have to break a password, but it'll be an easy password. As long as you know how to do it, it'll work fine. Okay? So it's not difficult. So 2 exams. Last day to drop is April 18th. If you drop at that point, you will get a W on your transcript. The final needs to be completed by May 10th. I might extend that by a day or so, but I'll let you know as we get closer to that, yes.
Are the exams online?
Yes, they will be. They will be online. Okay.
Can they be done at home?
They can be done at home.
Sweet.
Each exam will most likely have a component where you have to do stuff. So, it's, like use the different software. Like you will have to recover a file using a hex editor. Like we're going to do that in the lab too. You'll have to answer a question on an email, stuff like that. So, okay. Just like the projects. But my exams are very short in time. Like last semester, there was 14 questions. You had 28 minutes. So it's not much time. But as long as you know how to do each of the projects, even if you got the projects wrong, as long as you know the steps, you should be fine. Okay? If you miss something on a project, I have no problem going over it. Just make sure I'm not recording when I go over it. Because I actually, 2 semesters ago, I recorded me going over it, and I forgot to remove the recordings with the answers. So this last fall, the first couple projects, the answers are up there.
I think that was in our mobile device security.
Was that the class it was in?
Because we were going over the thing and you were recording it.
Well, yeah, I forgot to remove the answers.
But you also used the same, that semester you did use some of the same
Projects
as you did in this class.
So yeah, but I'll try not to record the answers because that causes an issue. All right, late work, it's not accepted. If for some reason you think you need to submit something late, don't. Unless now if it's a really super valid reason, then get with me. But there's very, very few of those. Okay. If you know something's happening, like somebody already contacted me, he said, "Hey, February I need to miss a week." Fine. They're military. They're going to be TDY. I'm totally fine with that. But and there's some of the projects I might give you extensions on, depending on what it is. See, like the PRTK last time took a lot longer than expected, so I extended it by a week. That kind of stuff. Okay, but I will let y'all know if that happens. Okay. In this class, when I assign a project, you need to start working on it right then. Some projects like week 2, like week 1's pretty simple. Week 2 will take you many hours. I spent about 80 hours on it. I don't expect you to take that long. I expect you, well, I did it because I really wanted to understand it. I knew how to do it. Like, I could get a file out in like 30 seconds.
Lab 2.
Yeah, I did a lot of way overachieving on that project and thought it was totally amazing. Some of you will probably do the same. Yes?
On the password cracking assignments, can we use our own hardware, or do we have to use the...
You can use your own hardware. Yeah, a lot of this software you can run on your own machine. I will tell you, like Ncase. We're going to look at the software folder in a minute. Ncase is on there. I need to check if it's the absolute latest version because they're always updating it. PRTK is on there. FTK is on there.
I'm waiting on getting my Windows machine.
Okay. Yeah, because it won't run on a Mac.
I know. And
So.
none of the emulators are run on El Capitan because
So.
El Capitan sucks.
Well, but we will, when we get to those points, I will let you know.
Is there anything we can crack with GPUs?
You can use Hashcat in place of John the Ripper. Yeah, that's not a problem. But I do know last semester there was one of the rules that would not work on Hashcat. So if you're running that strictly, you might not be able to break one of them. But you can do that. So okay. W's, it's up to you to withdraw from a class. If you want to withdraw, withdraw. Okay, if you withdraw within the first 2 weeks, you get your money back. If you draw after that, you don't. Okay. AW, academic withdrawal, is a new federal guideline, came out a couple of years ago. It basically says if Heather is enrolled in a class and gets federal funding, and we pay her tuition, and she drops the class or doesn't complete, the class, the government wants their money back. So we have to then pay the government back. So what we do now is we do academic withdrawals within the first 2 weeks. Basically, and that way we're dropping you before you get your money. Okay? Because we don't pay money until the 3rd week. It's some weird rule. But if you don't do anything in a class, basically the government wants their money back is what it is. I don't know. It's a weird rule. But hence the whole quiz thing. Incompletes, I give them out very, very sparingly. If you need one, as it says in the thing here, you have to be passing the course and you have to have completed a substantial portion of it. In other words, you got to be doing good and you got to have a lot of it done. You can't come to me week 2 and say, "Oh, I need an incomplete." No. And you can't be failing when you ask for one either. Okay. All right. Don't do auditing. Auditing is a nightmare. Every single time I've ever let people audit my course, they never come back again. So it requires me to do all this paperwork and keep up with you, yet you never appear. Seriously, no one ever comes back. They never do. Okay, American with Disabilities. If you have a disability, contact Janet Griffith. She will give you a form. You will bring the form to me, and I will do whatever it says. Every semester I have some. It's not a problem. Most of the time, it's like need additional time on tests. If you have this form and bring it to me, when it comes test time, remind me, because I'm good at forgetting. Sorry. I just am. Okay, don't cheat. Do your own work. Okay? If you catch you cheating, it's not a good thing. Okay? All right, there's our syllabus. Let's look at our schedule real quick while we're here. Our schedule lists everything we're going to do. For the most part, it should be correct. Yes.
The first one, the assignment due dates, it says Tuesday of week 2. Is that correct? Or-
That's correct.
Okay.
The reason is, since we have class every Tuesday, I'll make them do the following Tuesday. Okay? Everybody understand it? At class time, at 5 o'clock, basically, I'm setting the dates to, or the times to. So, the bad part is, so I lecture on something on Tuesday. I don't see you again until it's due. So you might want to contact me if you got issues. Now we also have this Thursday night cyber club, where last semester, actually I'm doing it again this semester. We meet Thursdays at 5:30, and I lecture on all kinds of different topics. Last semester was a whole bunch on forensics. So I'll answer any questions, go over demos or whatever. And if you look on my YouTube channel, if you go to YouTube, search for Kenneth Dewey. Every class I teach is up there. Every recording for this entire class is already up there, from last year and the year before. So obviously the content changes a little, but still the recordings are there. You can get a good idea of what we're going to be doing. So, but like this email lab, the email's different this year, but the technique is still the same. Okay. So that Thursday would be a good time to ask questions. You can email me and come and see me, do whatever you want. So, okay. But here's our schedule. That should be pretty accurate. Okay. If it changes, I will let you know. For instance, JTR, I normally give extra time. That's why you'll see it's due in week 8 or week 7. And PRTK took extra time, so I gave more time there as well. Okay. There's your schedule. So, okay. Under table of contents, or the content page, you'll see all this stuff. There's also software needed. There's a bunch of software in here. You don't need to get them all right now. Most of them link to my Dropbox account. So for some reason they don't work, let me know and I'll fix them. It's my personal Dropbox, so sometimes I run out of space and have to delete something. So if you go to get something, let me know. There's also some helpful info. Watch some of these, because every now and then I put new stuff in. There's a brand new folder tool link I put in there. So you can look at all that stuff. Okay? Everybody okay on how this class is going to work? No questions at the moment? Okay, let me stop this.